actions which can be performed on the resource. That is called role. So roles need to be defined and that need to allocate to users.
Okay.
The IAM role control who is authenticated means sign in
Mm-hmm.
and authorize means who has permissions to use resources.
Okay, basically this is a question related, I think, in AWS, right?
Yes, AWS related.
Uh, where a client is the user and I am a user means user is client, right?
No, no. I am
No, no,
user
no.
means he is AWS user, no.
Okay, and then who is
But
the client?
mostly
I
it is
am.
client. Client is mostly owns the AWS account, I guess.
Okay.
But he is the root
Both.
user. So
Uh,
what they do is afterwards they assign
yeah.
make users, and
Let
there
me.
are
Can I share
there is
my screen and show you,
Yeah, yeah,
Ram?
yeah.
yeah, it will be better. Yeah.
Venu, you have any idea?
No, Ram.
Okay, no problem.
You able to see my Google Chrome, right?
Yes, yes, I
Because
can
I
see.
have two screens. Let me log in with my root credential first.
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, I don't know credentials of this. Mm. This is IAM role like I created. Actually, we can log in with email address using.
Mm-hmm.
Means if we are root user, we can log in with email address. Root user have all the permissions.
Okay.
Means he can do anything, create IAM roles and delete and do everything. Like Linux root user.
That is the role of user.
Yeah, that main root user and this one I have created uh, uh, second admin users with full access. Suppose this is also admin user with
Mm-hmm.
full access. If we want to means he can create instances, everything that a root user can do. If we want to give create a user who can only create EC2 user or you can access only particular service, suppose S3 or any other service, means Route 53 or Amazon ECR, whatever it will be. So that type of IAM user I can create. Suppose first I create the role and assign to that IAM users, or directly I will show you.
Uh,
Mm, this, so I have main root user that is not showing here, and whatever I log in, this is another user with a logged in. I will create one. another user. Suppose username is another user, and we can set password or key based authentication. Custom password, suppose name another user. Next, tags. Now I have created another user
Okay.
who can log in using this URL, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't assign any role or permissions to this user. We can create role. We can only access EC2. EC2 full access. Roles I have created. See here, I have created role that permission I can directly, same permission I can attach to this user directly. EC2 full access, suppose. So this is my new user.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what that name? Another user, right?
Mm-hmm.
And password. I will log in into another browser.
Okay, you can make multiple users and you can give him multiple roles.
Yeah. Now this another user will access only EC2 service.
Okay.
Means uh, this page and all these services. I didn't log in. I am using same user.
Okay.
Huh? That another user will access all these EC2 services, but if he go to uh, S3 or any other service, he will
Mm-hmm.
not be able to access or create S3 buckets, or any other service he cannot be able to access. And talking about that role,
Mm-hmm.
suppose one EC2 instance is there, and from that EC2 instance we want to create one S3 bucket or whatever operation we want to access, that role we can assign it to that instance, so that instance can do that specific task. Suppose here is my instance running, where I can go instance state security and modify role and add that role. I guess I see to full this role we have created. So this instance, suppose when we means when this role will work. Suppose we want to create uh, multiple more instances using Terraform, and we have installed Terraform on this instance. Then this type of role means access is required for this instance. Then we can create. Then this instance can create means multiple instances. Otherwise, no. Hope this gets some idea.
Anyone understand? Hello?
Right. Uh, what is the difference between public IP address and private IP address?
Hello? What is the difference between
What is the
public
difference?
address and private address?
Yeah.
Param?
Public IP address and private IP address, right?
Mm-hmm.
Public IP address where we can access across the globe,
Global.
and private IP address will be available into particular network or VPC. We can
Okay.
see.
Maybe the same Wi-Fi network we can use, but other Wi-Fi network you can't use. Like this.
Uh,
Suppose you are.
yes, we can say means we have to configure. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see if I
Uh, private address basically having three ranges:
Uh-huh.
class A, class B, class C. For class A,
yes
that is starting from 10, 10.10.0 dot something like that.
Okay.
And for
mm,
class B, 172.168, 172.16 dot. And for class C, 192.168. These are the three ranges which is used for private subnets.
yes
And these are the part of the VPC. Suppose when we create one VM in a custom VPC with the subnet 192.168, so we are assigning internal IP, not the external IP. External IP means something other than this.
Okay.
Like to access private IP, there should be a machine which having your public IP as well as private IP. you can log in into the machine through public IP. Once you log in into public IP, then you can access private IPs from that machine only. Means
uh,
you cannot directly access private IP.
means public the IP address anyone can use, but private IP address particular person they can use who have a password. If they
Like we
give
have
the
a particular network. From that network, means any machine that is available inside that network, that machine can access all other VMs. We cannot access outside from that network.
yeah.
To access outside, we need external IP.
If they allow, then we can use, otherwise not possible. Okay.
What is meant by subnet and explain in detail.
Subnet. What is subnet? Is the related of Docker? Which tools question?
Networking related.
Network.
Is AWS related question regarding creation of EC2 instance. You have to configure
Yes,
subnet.
networking and AWS.
Yeah.
Subnet is basically it's a logical network. Means like suppose you have a society. Consider it as a VPC, and within the society there are various towers. That tower you can consider as subnets,
Okay.
right? Means within a VPC, one subnet means within a tower there are various flats. That flats can communicate with each other. But if anyone from one flat means from one tower wants to communicate to other tower, that is different subnet. They should need a router to communicate.
Okay.
Means subnet are a logical partition of the network. We have 192.168.0.0/16. This is our network, and if we divide this network into various subnets, then our subnets look like 192.168.1.0. This is our first subnet, and our second subnet is 192.168.2.0. Means it's something like classful and CIDR range. It's related to networking. But subnets are the part of the VPC. VPC is just like network.
Okay. Okay.
Like you can take example of the society. Society is your VPC, and towers are your subnets, and flat are your VM machines, and flat number is just like IP address of that particular VM.
Okay.
Is this type you can consider these subnets, VMs, IPs, etc.
This
And
also.
firewall is just like gateway of your society.
Oh,
Means who wants to enter into the society, he need to take permission.
yeah, like this.
And like in your society you have swimming pool and other stuff, and that is the common area. Means everyone can access. Like you have some storage that can access by various resources like various VMs. EC2 central storage you can attach to any VMs.
How many ways we can provide security for your Jenkins server? Can you see the chat box in question? How many ways we can provide security for your Jenkins server. One way, two way, how much way, how many way?
Two-way, either user password or user tokens.
Param?
Uh, no idea, Ram, because
Two
I have
ways,
not
huh?
explored that much. Jenkins.
Okay. Can search in Google also try.
Yeah, I'm Googling.
Core Jenkins support for security relays. Uh, One is delegate
Something
to
showing metric-based
uh,
security
yeah,
is
there
there.
is service showing that delegate to servlet container to on database, and one is LDAP and Unix user group database.
LDAP.
uh, okay, I think
There
you
are
will
many ways in Jenkins global configuration security,
uh,
authentication security, realm authorization, and markup format.
okay, okay, okay. Param actually, okay, nice. What is master slave architecture? What is the use of master or slave? Means what is the slave architecture or master architecture? Both same question. And what is the use of master and slave?
We have discussed this question 2 days ago, I guess.
Yes,
Uh,
already discussed. But
yeah.
let me see who can give the answer.
It's for which tool? Jenkins, Kubernetes.
It's
Jenkins.
possible to Ansible, Jenkins,
Hmm.
Kubernetes, Docker.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Kubernetes we have master and nodes. On master, various components are deployed in form of the pods like
Okay.
API server, database, etc. which actually manages the node servers. Actually, main computing is happened on the node servers, thus it's controlled by master. And the commands also runs in the master using API server, which runs as a code in master.
Okay, okay. So I think how much question today we will cover, like 6 7 question maybe. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow anyone wants to start? Otherwise, directly in Monday.
Um,
Hmm? Hello?
Monday will be great because no one joins on weekends.
Yeah, but 10 a.m. session is one is for interview practice. So if anyone can join, that no problem. Morning 10 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
So Monday we will connect once again, and in Monday we will talk which topics we can discuss. Docker, everything's completely fine. Everyone make any projects in Docker? Any normal projects? Huh?
No.
Okay, so Saturday, Sunday you can make any project. I will share you.
Okay, Ram.
Hana. Okay. Practice.
You will be sharing with some YouTube video because then it is easy to actually copy and get a solution.
Okay, fine.
Or
I will share you some Docker related tasks and related videos also. One task is
yeah,
fine or
with
two tasks? Because Saturday, Sunday you are you have